Hey, what is up guys? Matt here from the Toasty Bros and I'm here to bring you another PC build. Introducing to you Boxy Bertha, the $100 gaming PC. Let's get right into the video. I built Boxy Bertha for a $100 PC build challenge with Lee from CompTV and Charles from Tech Always. Their videos will be located down in the description. For $100, I believe I got a pretty solid price performance PC, but let's just go over each part and tell you what I paid for each. First up, the heart of the PC, the CPU. I'm using the Core 2 Quad Q8400, a quad-core processor that I got from a pre-built system that I paid $40 for on eBay. The system, a small form factor Dell Optiplex 780, came with the Q8400, 4GB of DDR3 RAM, some standard Dell motherboard, and a 250GB WD Blue hard drive. For $40, this helped set the basis for my build and allowed me to allocate a lot of my money towards my graphics card and other components. Next up, the graphics card. You all have seen a ton of content on this channel about it because I was so ecstatic about the deal I got. I spent $30 on this EVGA 660 Ti superclocked on Craigslist. The guy I bought it from recently upgraded to a 1070 and just wanted to give it to somebody who would put it to good use. For $30, I got a hell of a deal on this 660 Ti, which from a video I did, still kicks ass at 1080p gaming if paired with a decent CPU. Hit the eye on the top right corner to check that video out. The pre-built system I got came with a small power supply inside, specifically a 200 watt unit, which in no way would power the 660 Ti, so I went and picked up a 500 watt Cooler Master power supply for $20. I actually ended up getting two of them for $40 because the guy would cut me a deal if I bought more than one, and even if I just bought one, he would have only charged me $25, but still, it would be under budget. But for 500 watts, it's be plenty to power the Q8400 and a 660 Ti combo. But in comes the issues. I did not realize the motherboard in the Dell uses a mini 24-pin connector. Honestly, never heard of that before. Lack of experience with small form factor systems, honestly. So for $13, I had to buy an adapter to connect the ATX power supply to the mini connector, killing the rest of my budget and putting me over by $3. So what I ended up doing was selling some of the parts from the small form factor Dell to make up for this. I actually found somebody to buy the DVD drive for $5 on Craigslist. Normally I wouldn't go through the effort to sell something for $5, but since this is a PC build challenge and we're on a strict budget of $100, I had to make it work. So now we're at a price total of $98 and I need a case. That's where the name Boxy Bertha comes in. I decided to use the box that came with my small form factor Dell to create the case. I normally would not recommend this, but at a budget of $100, I had no other option. I even gave her a nice orange spray paint job and cut some holes in the side for a fan. The fan itself is a fan I got donated to me from my boss at work who was throwing out a computer he was using. So I scooped up the fan and kept my budget the same. So altogether for $98, I created Boxy Bertha, a beauty in disguise. But the real question is, how does she perform? Well, let's get into those benchmarks, shall we? The FPS numbers will be displayed alongside some gameplay, and some of the games I was able to capture the actual gameplay with shadow play and have MSI burner in the statistics in the corner. But some games like CSGO would not work at all on the system, so I'll have some stock footage from my personal rig for the testing. But without any further delay, let's just get right into those benchmarks. So to conclude, the $100 PC I think I got was pretty epic. If I knew the issue with the 24-pin power, I would have looked harder for a full ATX system, but since at the time I wasn't really able to know about that, I'm still pretty happy with my creation. While she isn't the prettiest thing on the inside, and someone who is going to use this as their own personal rig would take their time with cable management and placement of the components, I am honestly just happy she functions at the price point that we selected of only $100. Now to decide the winner, this is the most exciting part. We have a good friend of mine, Oz from Oz Talks Hardware, to judge our PCs based on the following stipulations. Price and the benchmark running on a point scale. First place gets 3 points, second place gets 2, and last gets 1. The most points at the end wins. The most interesting thing is that we are judging based on minimums of FPS, which is a good way to tell a CPU bottleneck in a system, which we all have, and it's up to our system to prove which one is the worst. So be sure to check out his channel, subscribe, which you probably already are subscribed to him, for when that video actually comes out. But thanks again to him for helping us out, and be sure to check out Lee's and Charles' build as well, link in the description down below. Those guys are really awesome, and I loved working with them on this collab. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like down below and comment what you think. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe for more content from the Toasty Bros. I hope to see you all in the next one. Peace out, guys.